Hello, Flosstube. It is early afternoon, 12:30ish my time, which is Arizona has a funky. We don't do daylight savings time, so half the time we're on Mountain Time, half the time we're on Pacific Time. Although it's called something like Arizona Mountain Time or something like that. Anyway, it's 12:30 here. It's Saturday. Today is Saturday, April 25th. I think. And this is Flosstube number 114. This is a channel about cross stitch. And I wanted to do a quick Etsy update. This is something that's relatively new. If I can get it without knocking anything down. This is a bag that is designed really more for knitters. It doesn't have any kind of a zipper or snap or anything like that, so you could put like a ball of thread of yarn. Sorry, I'm not a knitter. A ball of yarn in there, and then just leave the ball in the bag, and it won't get caught on the zipper or anything. But it's kind of Christmassy. There's poinsettias and holly berries and snowflakes and stuff like that. And then the inside is like a dark green. It doesn't show up very well in this because it's not a great light today. But there's like some leaves and, trees, green trees. You can kind of see it a little bit on the strap. It's a little dark. They're upside down. Anyway, so it has shorter straps, longer than the project bags, and it's a little bit smaller, but it's quilted, and there will be it's not done yet, but there will be a notions pouch made out of this green fabric, and it'll have a snap closure of some kind. But anyway, it'll go along with this, and it's not in the Etsy shop right now, but it will be within a couple of days, a few days maybe. But so there's that. And so I wanted to talk today about. Well, first of all, I wanted to welcome any new viewers and welcome back to any subscribers. We do this I try to do it every Saturday. Lately it's been more in the afternoon by the time I get ready and everything else, especially doing it out here in the living room. There's, a little bit more hauling of stuff out, But anyway, so, my name, I have to write my name down. My name is Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches. I just wanted to make sure to identify myself. There's a lot of Elizabeth Martinez's out there in YouTube land, so if you search for phantastitches and hit that subscribe button and the notification little bell, then you'll know when I'm going to do an update and get a notification when I've done an update, I should say, and that way. You don't get lost like looking for Elizabeth Martinez. Try to find the right one. Anyway, so I was going to talk about. So the next thing I wanted to talk. The Etsy shop. The Etsy shop is called Three Sisters Creative, and I will put a link in the note section below. So the next thing I want to talk about was Mania plans. Everybody's talking about Mania, and I realized that next Saturday is, Friday is the first day of May, I think. It's Friday. I believe it's Friday. And so I was thinking, well, I guess I better think about Mania plans. And really, my plan is a little bit boring. Last year, I was pretty ambitious in in choosing the projects that I was going to choose because they were all kind of big, and but I've had these ship charts forever, and I haven't really worked on them. And so last year I thought, well, it'd be great for Mania. I can work on each one for like a week, and that'll get me through the month of May. So anyway, so then because of other circumstances, I didn't work on any of them after May. So they're in the state they were in a year ago in May. But so I'm just gonna work on them some more, I think, this year. And I may or may not do the StitchMaynia version, which is if you make, set yourself a goal and make progress on that goal, then you can reward yourself with a new start on the weekend. I don't know that I'm going to do that, because then I'll end up, working on the new start. I'm going to start every Friday, since Friday is the first day of May, every Friday on a new project. Work on that for a week. And then I think the end of May is, there are a few days at the end of May, and I'm going to see what I'm going to work on. I don't know what I'll do for those few days. Anyway, so first up, this one, this is, I think, Running with the Wind. And this is Pucker Brush. This is the other day I was watching Stephanie, her live broadcast, and she had some, I forget what chart she had, but it was the Pucker Brush was the name of the design company or whatever that carried the design. Anyway, this is, I want to say it's Running with the Wind is the title of the thing. It's folded up in the middle of this one, but I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, Running with the Wind. It's this one here. So the sale, there's lots and lots and lots and lots of sales to it. But so excuse my face. Hi. So this is about as far as I got on this one. Sorry. It's kind of, you can't, I think it goes like this. That's StitchMaynia's Needle Minder from last April. So this is a sale, one of the sales, and this is part of one of the masts. And yeah, you can't really make a whole lot of detail out of that. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna have to spend the next few days kind of reacquainting myself with these patterns, so that I can figure out where I was, how much I've done, and all that. And I have a working copy of the chart, so I can, make any markings I have to make on there. But and this fabric is all of my of these ship designs. I use the same fabric. This is a 28 count even weave, and I dyed it myself with I can't remember the name of the blue that I used. It's a Rit dye, but I just wadded it up, and because I wanted something that looked a little bit like the sea and the sky, and so yeah, I did that. So that's one of them. Sorry, I have a pile of, I want to put them back in the bag so I don't lose track of them, of what goes with what. Because they all look the same, because they're all in the same fabric. And then I have this one, Seascapes. And this is Tidewater Originals. These are all old charts, but I'm doing this one here. And actually, my younger sister went through she had a bunch of fabric and a bunch of floss and stuff like that from back in the day. And she actually did this chart also. She gave me this book, and she said, I don't even know where I think I started one of these, but I don't know where the design is, whatever. Well, she found it when she was going through her fabric stash, and she did kind of a lot. I think down here had a lot of this sea, stuff done, and I don't know if she had the whole boat, but she she had quite a bit done. But she actually used Krynic in some of the waves and in the sails part of, you know, to just give it a little sparkle. I'm not doing that. But anyway, so there's this chart, and because I start in the center, it's kind of, you can't quite tell, you know, I think it goes like this. I think that's why the needle minder is here to just tell me that that's the top of the design. It's kind of bent there. But anyway, so those are like the masts, and these are the sails. Yeah, so that's as far as I got on that one. I'm not a very fast stitcher, I guess. So there's that. Seascapes. Ouch. I give myself a paper cut. Ooh. I don't know why I have these on the bottom of everything. And then this one is Voyage of Discovery. This is back in the day. That was the sesquicentennial, I think. Quincentenary Jubilee. I guess 50 years, 500 years, 50 years, 500 years, I guess, since since Columbus sailed. This is part of the matting for the framing job, but so it's the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, and so these clouds, a lot of them are done like in I think the clouds are half stitches. And anyway, so yeah, so there's that one, and I made a boo-boo, and I may or may not fix it. I'm kind of not. When I did it, I figured I wasn't gonna fix it, and now looking back on it, I want it to be right. So I don't know. So I got, this is as far as I got on this one, but like I said, I made a boo-boo. I think it goes like this. Yeah. Needle minder that my sister made. Anyway, so this is the cross, you know, on the front of the sail, but this, I did the grays wrong. I just did the wrong color on the wrong symbol. And so it's supposed to be, I think, anyway, the lightest and darkest grays are mixed up, are backwards. And so it doesn't, the fade doesn't look right. So, and the reason I didn't pull it out is because I had done so much of it. But I think I'm just going to pull it all out and do it correctly. These all just use DMC threads. So, you know, I think I'm just going to pull it out and do it right. Because when you look at the way it looks in the picture, and the way it looks on here, I think it would be better if it was correct. So, you know. And then the other one I'm doing is it's Ship Serenity. And this is a Ronnie Rowe picture, and it part of his like black and white series things. And so it's really, it's monochromatic. It's all just one color. And so this model is all black done on white fabric. But I'm doing a blue on blue fabric. Um, again, the blue fabric that I dyed, and this one I started and then redid it because I originally chose a pale blue, 775, which is an almost, when you look at it, it looks blue, but on this fabric it looked white. It looked like I was doing the whole ship in white, and I was not going to do that. So I started over with this darker blue color, and I don't remember what it is, but it's a DMC color. So, and this needle minder, I guess they're like fridge magnets or something that I bought a few of them, and I've actually meant to change them all out. I just haven't done that on these ship projects, but they're compasses, sea compasses or sea whatever. One of them I think is a map and various other things, but they're nautical. They had a sort of a nautical display, earlier last fall. Anyway, so you really can't tell because it's kind of, because of the pixelated nature. I don't know. I don't even know if I have it right side up. I might have it upside down. I don't know. I'll have to look at it again and look at the pattern and get it oriented. It might go like this. I don't know. I don't remember. I'll have to look at, like I said, look at what I have, because I have a working copy and I have it marked off correctly. But anyway, so I want to make more progress on each of those patterns this May. So, StitchMaynia. I'm going to coin my own term, StitchMaynia. Anyway, so that's those 4 charts that are make up my mania plans. So I'm going to go on to whips. So I worked on, I don't know why I just got a wild hair. I haven't worked on it in ages. So, I think I actually worked on it not too long ago. But, so I pulled out the 2019 Prairie School of Santa. Oops. Here, the big sheep. And I had pulled out all the floss for various other projects or whatever, except for the red and the white. I think it was red. Yeah. So I worked on the sheep. I did all this white, his beard and his eyebrows and everything else. But then I had left this big sheep. I didn't have any of the other colors, in my bag. And I have this little vinyl bag that I got at Hobby Lobby, I think. It says, most embroidery floss wins. And I like it except it's a little stiff, Anyway, I had this Prairie School of Santa in there. And I put the other flosses, I looked them up and found them and put them all back in there. But anyway, so I worked on this sheep, and I think I finished him. Oh, the white part. And I have to do the swirls and the face and all that, and the legs and all that. But Santa doesn't have any feet. But yeah, so I worked on that a little bit for Santa Sunday. I think I worked on it last Saturday also. So Saturday and Sunday. But it's finished. I mean, the sheep is finished. I think most of the white is finished. Let me put the chart back in there. And so, one other thing I was going to talk about for the Etsy shop. I really can't show you the pattern because it's not finished, and I can't show you the finished product because it's not finished. But I'm just going to give you a little glimpse. I had some of this fabric left over, so I'm doing a design on there that'll, hopefully I'll be done with it in a few days, and it'll be, I'll be able to show you when it's ready to go in the Etsy shop. I've got a mess here, sorry. Yeah, okay. And then, I'll talk about that in a minute. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that in just a second. I think, yeah. And so then I also worked on this kitty. I worked on a little bit, just added to it a little bit, just the trunk. Last time I just had that sort of outline of the trunk of this tree, and so I filled in a little bit more. I still have a couple more rows down here. This part is finished. This middle part of the trunk is finished, and then there's a few lines. I think just one line. Yeah, one line to finish the base, and then like there's a little branch this way and a big branch this way. So, and I think I chose a color for the cat's bodies. That'll work, I think, on this dark green fabric. And this is again 30 count linen by the Primitive Hair. Yeah. So this is one of the cats, his leg and his back and part of his tail. So, and oh, I have the chart. This is Kitty by La Di Da. Yeah. So yeah, so like I said, I have this part of the trunk is finished, and there's one line left on the base of the trunk here, and then this the branches that split off of it here are next, and then this is this little I don't know what it is, butterfly design, dragon, I don't know, bug design across the bottom. This is done in that same brown, so I might just finish all of this if I can, or I might do the rest of the leaves on the tree. I don't know. But anyway, so that's coming along, and that's for my sort of memorial thing for my sister's cats, Pippin and Tyler, who passed away this year. Pippin in January, and Tyler about about a week ago, a little over a week ago. Anyway, so that's Kitty. And then, oh yeah, okay, I'm going to talk about that later. And then this bunny, the spring delivery bunny, sorry, get this out of here. And this is in my project bag by Ruth. Oh, sorry, that's a chart. Sorry. This spring delivery. That's the picture of the finished product. So last time I talked about how I had found a Booboo in the basket, and so I wanted to make sure this part of the handle would look right. If I left this mistake, it was just off by one stitch. If I left it in place, and instead of taking this out and kind of try to correct it, so I did this this part of the chick. He still needs his eye and his beak and his legs and all that. But I had done the brown previously, so I did the hold on a second. As I was saying, so I did this little chick here, and then did the handle, and I did add one stitch here, but I think it looks okay. The arc of the handle looks fine. So there'll be a chick here and a chick here, and I went ahead and did this, this little brown here for, there'll be a chick here and here and here, and another one over here that doesn't have any brown on it for whatever reason. These are all Week Star Works colors, and this is 28 count even weave that I dyed with avocado skins and pits. So it's kind of pinkish, and when I started this working on this chick, I was afraid this yellow wouldn't show up well enough, but once I went back and finished the X's, it's fine. But these are all Week Star Works colors, not the called for ones exactly, but ones that more or less matched. Still haven't done his tummy or his eye. Or his tail either. I realize his tail goes there. But anyways, I still haven't done that. But I finished I just did just a hair, a little bit. The chick and the additional brown stuff, and made sure that the handle fit. Anyway, so yeah, the spring delivery by Scattered Seed Samplers. And then, sorry. That's a big mess. Then I talked about last week, working on one of the freebies, working for my neighbor who has given us cookies during this stay-at-home thing. So I this is one of those Be Well and Stitch patterns, and I've been working on this one. So I may or may not put the year on there. I might. And these boxes, I guess, are like if you want to put your initials or something like that, and I don't think I will. I might put something else like another design or something like that, or just leave it off completely. But I like this design. I like the bunny. I like the Be Well. I like the flower that he's offering, and little flowers in his backpack. But so again, I had a scrap of this blue fabric. It's everywhere, left over, and this koala is the koala needle minder that I bought as a. It's hard to see in this light. It's so terrible. There's a baby koala right there, and this you can kind of see it. It's a little glary. Yeah. There you can see it. There's a baby koala. But I bought it from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and it came the other day. And so this is as far as I've gotten of the bunny. I outlined him, and then the word be, be well. So yeah, and then I think he'll have a pinky ear. And so the next thing I was going to do is this filling in his body here. Yeah. So did that. I worked on this several days. I started it on the 20th, which was my father's birthday. And so I thought, well, it's a good excuse to start something new. So this was a new start, actually, on the 20th. And I worked on it probably at least through Wednesday or Thursday of last week. Hold on one second. Let me get this off my feet for a second. Okay, sorry. The other thing I worked on, and now I have a finish actually, well, a partial finish, I should say, a page finish, was the Dragon Biscornu, the Tinymodernist Dragon Biscornu. So this one here, sorry, my hand's in the way, Dragon Biscornu by Tinymodernist, and it's part of her Biscornu of the Month club. And I guess what it is that actually if you buy the Biscornu of the Month, you know, they're sent to you every month. Excuse me, 1 second. Sorry, I had to sneeze. If you I guess you can join the month and they send you every month. I'm gonna sneeze again. Sorry about that. But you can also buy them separately, you know, individually. If you don't want all of them for the month, you can buy the ones you want. Anyway, so just like the Gnome Biscornu and this Dragon Biscornu. So I finished the front page. Stop! I don't want to sneeze again. So this is what it looks like. And I just have the back of the Biscornu to do. And it's a little bit more involved than the Gnome Biscornu was, because the Gnome just had like little floral motifs in the corners. And this one has a design that goes all the way around this back side of it. But it's floral and it looks like it's fairly repetitive and easy to duplicate all the way around. But one thing is, I thought I was being so clever. These dragons there's a darker green that's used at the tail and the scales, and so the length of thread that I had was like, after you did the darker green, there were, 2 little pieces left over, and they were just long enough, I thought, to do these little, the backstitching on these little vines or whatever they are. And so, so I did the stitching, and I did this little vine and this little vine, and then I did all this dark green stitching, and I was starting on with this vine, I think. I'm looking at this the right way. Anyway, and I just happened to sort of, looked at at the chart, just, making sure I was just starting in the place I wanted to start and all that. And when I glanced at it, I thought, is that the right green? Is it supposed to be, I wondered if I had done this underlying green in the right color, because it was the same as this, but of course it looked darker. And I thought, did I use the right color? And I looked at the symbols and everything was right. And what it was is that, I don't know if you can see, because the lighting here isn't great, but this little leaf, there's the 2 X's that are this lighter green color, and then on top of it is backstitched this leaf shape. And I had left the leaves out. I had done them on the top one, the first one that I did. I had done that. But then when I went to do these bottom ones, I had left out the little leaf shape on each one. So I had to go back and do the leaves. I had, the vines were fine, but I just had to go back with another piece and do the leaves, all these leaves for the ones that I had done already. And I think I had done this one also. I don't know. But I had to go back and do all these leaves. And then I had... still had, I think, these 2 to go. So these I had in my mind correctly, and I did the leaves as I went along. But yeah, so then I did the outlining backstitch, and it's all finished. So now I just have to do the back side of it. But And I still haven't, put together the gnome Biscornu yet because I'm chicken. But I'm also slightly obsessed with these Biscornu patterns because because they're small and they're cute, and they're not. There's certainly more involved Biscornus, and this is my other bag by my follower Ruth. This one is kitties, and I have the inside all covered up with my project, but whatever. But it's very, very nice. I really like having those project bags. Sorry, my hair is in the way. My tall ships projects are in, I use Ziploc bags for a lot of things, and for most of my projects. And the problem is that those those ship patterns are, are booklet kind of things, and they're too tall for the Ziplocs that I have. Either I need bigger Ziplocs or I need more project bags. And so this bag, I think this is the one they gave us at StitchMaynia last year. Anyway, talking about the Biscornus got me thinking about how they're my latest obsession. So I don't know if this was, I don't want to show the pattern because I don't remember if this was one that I bought or if it was how it was a design from Tinymodernist, but I don't remember if it was like a freebie kind of thing or if I bought it as a PDF download. But I don't think I have maybe I do have a photo of it, but I don't know if I have it with me. I think I think I just have the. Let me see if in these papers there is a photo of the finished product. Yeah, there is. So it looks like this. This is the Western Biscornu. So it has these cactuses on the cacti on the front, and then like a little rose, this rose kind of pattern thing in the corners. All right. So so this one I started last year because I took it to StitchMaynia, and so this is the front and this is the back, and this was a 28 count even weave of some sort, and then this little needle minder was one that with a chickadee on it, one of my table mates, and I can't remember her name, she and her mom were there at StitchMaynia, but she gave me this. It's really pretty. But that she made, yeah. But anyway, so I did the border around it, and this is a little bit different because instead of having there might be, now that I look to think about it. Yeah, there's a backstitch line that goes around this as well. But anyway, so this Biscornu pattern, I want to finish also. And then on Joan Elliott's website, she had a little kind of freebie thing with this bunny Biscornu. So you do these little bunnies on the front and this design in the back, and there's the little backstitch line around it, and that's how it looks put together. So this is I'm obsessed with these Biscornu patterns. So that's these two Biscornus that I have set aside also. Sorry, I have it. Let's put this back in here before I lose it. Squishy, sorry. Anyway, so I want to do those. Maybe I can do a Biscornu, my own Biscornu of the month. You know, work on a Biscornu every month until I get them all done. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, there's that one. Those two, in addition to the two that I have, the gnome and the dragon. So, anyway, so that transition, my older project and the Joan Elliott project, that brings me to Hall. Along with that koala needle minder, that was Hall of a sort. I also have, I talked about last week how I had ordered from 123 Stitch. I ordered some Weeks Dye Works threads and a pattern also. So the pattern I got, it came this week, this past week. The pattern I got was a Blue Flower Summer Squirrel. Sorry, it's a little glary. I love the squirrel, but I love this baby with a little acorn cap. You can see it in the back. There's detail of the little baby. So I did not order these excuse me. I think they're color and cotton threads. And there's a couple of Weeks Dye Works colors. I did not order those. But the rest of they have a DMC conversion, so I'm probably going to use the DMC conversion. I just love that design. I have another one. I think I have Winter Squirrel and another one of these squirrels. And then the Weeks Dye Works colors. I think it's one of the freebie patterns is done with Weeks Dye Works colors, and I decided, what the heck. You know, it's a good excuse to buy Weeks Dye Works threads that I don't have. Except for a couple of them, I ordered a couple of colors because I was running out, like that Scattered Seed Samplers Bunny Spring Delivery is all in Weeks Dye Works, but I didn't have, you know, the call for colors. There was a DMC conversion, and I used that to convert to the Weeks Dye Works colors that I did have. But then, so the basket is mocha, and I'm starting to run out of that. I have like one full length that is 6 strands, and then one length that has like maybe 4 strands. Something like that. So I'm almost out of that. So I ordered, let me see if I have it here handy. So I ordered more of that. Is it? It's one of these. Mocha, here it is. So I ordered more of that. And let's see if I've got something that'll show up a little better. Yeah. So I ordered more of the mocha thread. And then I ordered more, another color that was, that I had that was running out, that I had used a lot of, was Pelican Gray. And another one that I had that I was running low on was Garrison Green. And that is, I think here, yeah. Sorry. This one here, Garrison Green. They all look the same, don't they? In this light, and it's green. Yeah. Garrison Green. And so then I just, you know, I just went down the list of colors, and I thought, well, I don't have any of these. And one, I realized once I got the shipment, when I was working on that Scattered Seed Samplers, I already had this color, squash. I had it, I had not used any of it. but this was on the list of the one, and I just didn't recognize the name of the color. But so now I have two of these. The one that's in the Scattered Sea Samplers thing is just used for those little chicks. So I'm gonna have a lot of that. And so the other colors I think I did not have. I don't know. I haven't checked my Weeks Dye Works stash to see if I have them, but I don't think I do. So this is Havana. It's a little bit darker brown color. And this is Oscar, which is another green color. Like Oscar the Grouch, I guess. And this is Boysenberry. This is a kind of a red color. Boysenberry. Reddish, wineish, purplish, I don't know what you call it. Boysenberry. And this is Tatanka, which is another brown. It seems to me, I think it's a like in the movie Dances with Wolves, Tatanka is a word for buffalo. Hold on just a second. Sorry. So then I have I'm going to say Straw and Madison Rose. Let's see if I can do two at a time here. So Straw and Madison Rose. And then Whitewash and Charlotte Pink. Yeah. And then Molasses and Jaybird. These Molasses is this brown, blackish brown, brownish color. And Jaybird, and blue. And then I have these last three. Busy Lizzie, Shepherd's Blue, and Coal. Coal is a blackish color. Yeah. Busy Lizzie is the pink color. And what did I say? Shepherd's Blue is the blue color there. Yeah. So anyway, those are the Weeks Dye Works colors, and I think the only one that I already had, besides Mocha and Garrison and Pelican, the one that I had mistakenly already had was Squash. Anyway, then and I still have. I'm waiting on the Love to Stitch needle minder, and I ordered 2 patterns. From that side also, the Llama Lump and Hip Hop. Priscilla and Chelsea's design, Hip Hop. And the Llama Lump, excuse me, is one of those animal stacker things. Anyway, I also went on, in keeping with my Biscornu obsession, went on Tinymodernist site and ordered a few of her current Biscornu of the month Biscornus. So this one is Giraffes. I don't know if it has a specific name. Hold on one second. They're all yeah, just Giraffe. That's what it's called. He's there, his little bendy neck. It's very cute. Hold on one second. Sorry. So, and then the back has just these little floral things in the corners. And then the pandas. And again, the back is just these little bamboo things and flower. And I think it's just Panda is the name of it. Sorry. trying to see if it has a different name other than the Panda. It doesn't say. Yeah, Panda. Panda Biscornu. Sorry. So there's little pandas. And bamboo on the back there. And then these elephants. The elephant Biscornu. Which is the main reason I got it, because I just love elephants. There, up in the corner, and then it has the little corner motif. So, yeah. So, and like I said, I'm waiting on the one shipment from embroidery.com. But so I think that's everything. That's a whole hour there. And like I said, that there'll be an update to the Etsy shop in the coming days, a day or two, I think, with that little bag for knitting thing. It doesn't have like I said, it doesn't have any kind of closure, so it's perfect for people who knit, and you can leave it open, and there's no zipper or anything to catch the yarn on or anything. And there will be a notions pouch, and the notions pouch will have some kind of a snap closure, I think, or something. Anyway, so hopefully next week I'll have Mania stuff to talk about, at least my first Mania, since Friday is the beginning of that. That'll probably be just about all that I have to go on, because I'm planning on trying to stitch exclusively on that starting on Friday. I don't know, I may slip something else in there. I'm not really planning. I have no plans to do the Saynia that Lindy Stitches talked about, where you do reward yourself at the end of the week with a new start. I don't have any real plans to do that right now. Just my ship Saynia, I'm calling it, to work on those exclusively. So next time when I see you on Saturday, I will have just one of those ships, and then hopefully by the next Saturday I'll have another one plus some progress on the first one that I start with. So excuse me. So I think that's it. And again, I'm Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches, and I'm on the Facebook groups, Friday Off the Grid, Stitching with the Housewives, and embroidery.com, as well as in Lindy Stitches group and all that. And then I'm on Instagram as Phantagray, 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 and all that information will be in the drop-down box below. So I think that's it. I will see you next week. Bye.